Hey guys, so welcome back to Cuda Cave. So here we are, we're working on the Toyota Tundra still. So I've been sanding and more sanding. We'll show you what we got going on here, and I think we're just about ready for prime and paint and clear coat. So extensive amounts of sanding, lots of hours, but the more you sand, the better it'll look. Let me just, I'll flip this around. We'll give you a rundown as to what we've got on here. And then you can see some color and primer going on. So here we go, guys. I got everything all masked off. Seam seal in where the seam seal was before. Everything's sanded down. Biggest thing with sanding, you want to make sure that you don't have any shiny spots. So we'll paint inside where the tail lights go. The floor has been swept. I will be creating a cross breeze so we don't get any blow through. That and overspray. So we raised it up. We got it a little bit higher here, make it a little easier to get down in the bottom. But as I'm getting ready to set up to paint, I realize, okay, there's my primer, there's my paint. Where's my paint? If you look way back in there, that can that's under the plastic, there's my paint. So now I got to cut into this plastic, I got to retrieve the paint, because I don't want to do that afterwards, end up with flaking or anything like that blowing around. But yeah, there's the can sitting way back in there. That's all right. We'll cut that out. We'll grab it. We'll get set up here and we'll put some prime on and then follow up with some paint. All right, guys. So as you can see, everything's masked off. I did get my paint out. Right now I got a self-etching primer that we're going to put on. I wet the floor down to reduce the dust, primarily where we're going to be walking so we don't kick it up with our feet. I've got a low pressure, high volume gun, again from Princess Auto, Harbor Freight. So we'll filter some primer into this and we'll squirt some on here. Nice thing with this gun, we can run with about 10 PSI and it's going to get a nice coating. We'll get up underneath, we'll coat everything with a good coat of primer, sand that a little bit afterwards, and then we'll put some paint on. Alright guys, let's throw some primer on. So the kicker with the low pressure, high volume is that you go through quite a bit more, but you get a good coating. So we'll get back at it here, we'll throw some more primer on this and make it look good. So here we go, guys. We got coat of primer on here. I've taken just a little Scotch-Brite pad, scuffed everything down. Take out any high splatters, stuff like that. But we got a nice coating on here. The paint should adhere to this very nicely. I'm doing a base coat, clear coat. So once we put our base on here, we'll let it sit overnight. We'll throw some clear on afterwards and throw the box back on for Harold. I think Harold's really looking forward to getting this thing done. I'm quite happy with the way this is turning out. I did have a little snafu though. My gun wasn't working quite properly. I ended up very splattery splattery primer. So I ended up sanding it all down and throw on another coat. So here we are. It's looking very nice, very nice. So next step here, we'll throw some color on this, let it sit overnight, and then we'll do the clear coat. All right guys, so we got the first coat of base coat on here. And as you can see, it's a little bit foggy in here. Not a huge fan of the color, but it is factory Toyota pewter color. So we'll get the base coat on here, let it cure up overnight. And of course, I have to put a second coat back on this. And one spot that I noticed, I missed getting inside the rail here. So I definitely have to come back. Good thing we got to do a second coat. But this is a pewter bronze, they call it. It is a specialty paint from Toyota. But we'll get a second coat on this. As you can see, a little bit splotchy in this spot. But that's why you do 2-3 coats. But we'll get this coated, let it sit overnight, and then we'll throw some clear on it. Alright guys, so we got the second coat of paint on here. Actually, third coat. It's looking very nice. I'm really happy with the result on this. But we definitely have to have the clear on here because right now it's kind of a matte finish. So we got all aspects coated on this. It's looking really good. I'm pumped to see the clear coat on this bring out that luster. Yeah, very happy with the result. So I'm just getting ready to mix up the clear coat here. So what we're gonna do, we're using CarQuest Proform Universal Clear Coat. So it says it's a 4-to-1, so we'll put 4 parts this, 1 part of the activator, and we'll go off our scale here. I haven't decided what we're gonna make yet, how much we're gonna make. We'll play it by ear, but basically we wanna go 4 parts off of this one. So say we do 6, we wanna bring the activator up to 6. Stir that up, filter it into our gun, and start spraying. So we'll get set up here, we'll mix some clear up, and we'll throw that on there. All right guys, so we got 2 coats of clear on this. I'm very happy with the results. We had a nice shine to it. We threw some trim on it, back on the top of this. Yeah, this turned out very nice. For not having a spray booth, wet the floor down, keep the dust down. Yeah, this turned out really good. Not sure this is going to be a full-time career in here, but this has got a very nice sheen to it. So in the next segment, what we're going to do, we're going to put the box back on the truck, get the plastic mounted back in the wheel wells, tail lights back in. No, I'm happy with the results of this. Very nice shine. I think Harold would be very happy with his new box sides. So guys, we did the self-etch primer on this. We did 3 coats of paint, 2 coats of clear, and as you can see, there's a really nice shine to this. Turned out very nice considering that this isn't a spray booth. This is just my garage. I wet the floor, put a ground strap down, threw on a couple layers of paint, a couple layers of clear coat. It turned out very nice. So in the next segment, what I'm going to do, we'll put the box back on. We've still got the fender that we got to clear coat. There's a couple spots on Harold's truck that he wants the clear coat. There's a couple scratches in the body that we got to clean up. And this 07 Tundra, she's going to look new. Please leave your comments, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. And until next time, Kuda Cave out.